I don't know if there are words that can properly describe how I'm feeling about seeing Captain America the Winter Soldier and the effect it has had on me. I thought this song would be fairly apt in conveying how I feel. I don't have regrets about seeing it, but as I told my friend Finn as we were sitting through the movie, I am not okay. I'm pretty damn far from okay. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm pretty damn far from okay. This fucking movie has ruined all of my feels. All of my feels. I'm not even gonna freak out too much. Okay, that might be a bit of a lie. I'm probably gonna freak out big time here because fucking hell, that movie just... It's everything I wish that Thor the Dark World could have been, but it wasn't because it was just so badly done. It wasn't that bad. It's just it could have been Captain America the Winter Soldier. It could have been that good. But no, it was it was under par. It was mediocre. Wait, under par is a good thing. It was not good. It was no. They think that they can just put Tom Hiddleston in there and everything will be fine. But no, you can't do that. You have to have an actual good story. The story was fairly good. I'm not gonna lie. I liked Eric, but we're not here for Thor the fucking Dark World, which was crap. Don't even get me started on frickin' Malekith. However you pronounce his name. We're here to talk about Captain America the Winter Soldier. Okay, I'm okay. All of my feels. All of my feels. All of my feels, people. All of my feels. All of the feels I should have had for Thor the Dark World, but did not. This movie, okay, I know, I'm just gonna tell you all the problems that I have with this film and how it's fucked me up. Number 1, the closure with Peggy Carter. She got married. I'm glad she moved on, but fucking hell, she moved on. She got married to somebody that Steve apparently saved when he liberated that camp that the Hydra was experimenting on. So that was great. It's good that she's a strong, independent woman who can move on and, move on with life because that's what you really should do. But poor fucking Steve got the fuzzy end of the lollipop. He got frozen for fucking 70 years in what it was, the Arctic, right? It was. He got frozen for 30 years, 70 years, never got laid, never got to go to that dance with Peggy. And what happens? He meets up with her when she's probably on what could probably be her deathbed. She's still so pretty. She's still so sweet. And then he just says at the end of it all, "You're my girl." You're my girl. I know he really has no right to hold it against her that she moved on, but I don't know if I could move on in that position, and I'm sure lots of people are telling me, would be telling me, if I was in Peggy's situation, that you gotta move on, he's dead, this isn't what you should be doing, and that's great. I'm glad she moved on. She clearly started a family and got married, and it breaks my heart, because Steve and Peggy were clearly meant to be, at least in my opinion. Okay. And then just Captain America trying to deal with all the modern day politics, and I fucking called it with Robert Redford being a corrupt fucking politician. However, I did not see the whole Hydra thing come in. Holy fuck. Everyone's like, "Hail Hydra, this!" And it's just like, are you fucking serious? Like that politician from Iron Man 2, it's like, oh my god. And then Sitwell, and just everyone's gone crazy. And I thought that I wasn't even sure what to make of Fury just yet. I kind of thought he was just going to be kind of like, look, it's the modern day. We have to do we have to do some things that might not be exactly, straight and narrow and good. And I was kind of like, oh god, it's going to be that. But no, it's just it comes out of left field. It's like I kind of knew Robert Redford would be the bad guy, but just Fury. And just kidding, and how he gets shot, and how we all think he's dead. I seriously thought he was dead. I didn't think they were going to pull a he's not quite dead yet, sir, like they did with Coulson. So that was quite well done, because I thought they wouldn't pull the same trick twice, but they did it in such a great way. And Maria Hill. that woman will go places as if she's not already going there. She will go places. And just, oh my God. And Falcon is magnificent, and he's just so cool. And I think he did such a great job. And I like his backstory, and I like that he works at the VA and helps veterans. That makes me happy. It kind of reminds me of some people I know in my family. Makes me happy. And Natasha, baby girl. Oh, Natasha, you are a queen. She really is. I like her so much. She tries. I mean, she's kind of, I swear, she's like Loki's parallel. She's just like 30 steps ahead of everyone else. And I just love that about her. She's just magnificent. Magnificent. And now we're going to talk about the one thing I'm kind of dreading like hell. Bucky. James Buchanan Barnes, also known as the Winter Soldier. We all knew this was coming. We all knew who it was behind that mascara and eyeshadow and that mask and those goggles and that metal arm. We all knew. Everyone except like Steve knew. Everyone basically knew. It's like, don't tell Steve. It's like, we all know it's Bucky. We all know that he has gone Russian, or he's gone whatever. He's the bad guy now, and he's got problems. And baby, my baby, just and poor Steve, because he doesn't know, but he's suspicious. You can see him, and he's kind of like, wait, I recognize him. And then the mask falls off, and he says, Bucky. And then the Winter Soldier says, who's Bucky? We all knew what was coming. We knew what was coming, but just Bucky. I mean, I think Sebastian Stan did a fantastic job with the Winter Soldier. It could have just been so Johnny one note, in my opinion. He could have been just like, no, Bucky's dead. But no, just on the first go, it's like, Bucky? He's just like, who's Bucky? And that already, he just starts to crumble. And his new persona starts to crumble. And then fucking Robert Redford's character comes in, and it's like, he's kind of like, what happened to me? And, he flips out when they're working on his arm, and he just throws him back. And then Robert Redford just cold-heartedly goes, well, we'll clear his head and do it again. And you saw the pain he was in when they put that head clam thing on. And they basically had to clear his head like he's just some sort of hard drive. That fucker. And I mean Robert Redford's character. That motherfucker. Bucky, baby. He's so strong. He survived. And you saw how it happened. Like, they cut his arm to make it, to make him last, and Toby Jones's character, I forgot his name, but just how they say that the only reason that Bucky survived the fall was because of the stupid experiments that fucker Toby Jones's character did to Bucky, and then just Bucky, baby, Bucky, and just, it's so motherfucker, it's just so terrible because he's clearing so much pain, and it's just, he's starting to remember that he used to be Bucky. Clear his head. Don't do that. Fucking Hydra. What is their problem? Well, I know what their problem is. They're the bad guys, but just you saw the pain he was in when they were going to clear his head. And the part that really broke my heart, though, was when they were up in one of the helicarriers, Charlie helicarrier, and they were trying to take it down, and basically, and Steve was like, I don't want to fight you, Bucky. Just get out of the way. We can work this through. And it's not going to happen. They're going to have to duke it out, and they do. And then he gets stuck under, the Winter Soldier gets stuck under the piece of metal, and fucking Steve comes down and helps him up because he's still his friend, and he starts talking to him, and he has those memories about after his parents' funeral, and how Bucky's gonna look out for him, and basically says, I'm always gonna be there for you. And then he falls. And then, well, we know he's gonna live, but just still, you don't know exactly what's gonna happen, or if, I frankly didn't know if the Winter Soldier was gonna live or not. I thought he was kind of gonna die and just be like, well, we used him, we're gonna cut him out. And then he falls in, and then he jumps in and saves Steve, and this is the part that really, really breaks my heart. He pulls him out of the Potomac and leaves him on the side of the river, and then he walks away, and then it just cuts to black. That was a really well done piece, and that fucked with me because it's just his friend. he had to say that one thing to him. It just, he had to say, I'm always going to be there for you. And then Steve says it back to him 70 years later. And even with his point being cleared up, Bucky's still in there. And I'm sorry, I know I'm choking up, but that was really well done. I love that. These are the emotions that I wish I had with Thor: The Dark World, but I didn't because it was not well done. And but Captain America, the Winter Soldier's everything that Thor: The Dark World should have been. It brought out these emotions in me. Just I'm still thinking about that scene on the Potomac when Bucky pulls him out and then he just disappears. That really fucked with me, guys. Just the music was perfect, the situation was perfect, and just the cutting to black. It breaks my heart because he can't stay around because he still has to get his shit figured out because he's still mucked up here. But he's strong enough to get through the hard drive clearing thing in his head and still save his best friend. Even after all that shit, he's been frozen, he's been brought back, his mind's been cleared up, and then they're like, we gotta freeze him again, and just everyone treats him like he's a robot and just very callously has no disregard, and everyone just has little regard for his emotions or his feelings or how much his body can handle, and just it's cruel, it's very cruel. And yet he still comes out of it as Bucky, and he helps his friend. That is the most beautiful thing. I didn't feel any of these things for Thor: The Dark World, and this isn't a comparison. I'm not trying to make a comparison. It's just after seeing the Winter Soldier, I've come to realize how disappointing and mediocre I found Thor: The Dark World. Even with Tom Hiddleston, it was just so very disappointing. They didn't. So much love and care was put into this film that was definitely not put in to Thor: The Dark World. At least in my opinion. I mean, I don't think they had their priorities set quite like they did with this film. Because I didn't care about the relationship between Thor and Loki. I mean, they tried, they really did try, but just it wasn't there. But with Bucky and with Steve, it was there. It was always there. That is that's the redemption arc we wanted to see with Loki, but we just didn't get because of a lot of reasons. I mean, I like that Loki's still not dead and that he's going to be on this balancing act. But just this movie had it had so much. You could feel the love and effort that was put into this film that I just think was really not put into Thor: The Dark World. And I know I keep saying this, and I'm sorry I sound like a broken record, but just you guys cannot fully comprehend how this really mucked with me. Just Peggy and Bucky and fucking Hydra infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. like this. This was years in the making, and how badly must this affect Steve? This is the stuff that I love hearing people talk about superheroes and the deep, and how it's not just fun and games. It's very deep and it can be very dark. And I think this is definitely one of those things. It's so well done, and I just love that because this was so well done. I can't even begin. Just the characters were all very solid. I loved Falcon because they easily could have just made Falcon like very just one note, but no, they made him. I especially love that he works in the VA. I know I said that earlier, but that kind of has a place in my heart. And he's a human being and he cares, and he's a good friend to Steve. And Natasha, you see these different sides to Natasha, and it's wonderful and it's great. And Fury, I like that we understand that Fury has a lot of trust issues. And I mean, he's still snarky old Fury, but you kind of get an idea of a little bit of his past. I really like the bit about his grandfather and how he worked in an elevator, and how he kind of explains his trust issues through his grandfather. And Maria Hill, I didn't know what to expect with that, and I loved the results because Maria is so wonderful. And Steve, he has to deal with so much shit. So much crap, and I don't know. And I kind of like that, they didn't really lay on the whole thing with Agent 13 too hard. It was just, you saw her, but she wasn't frankly that big of a deal. She was kind of minor, but she was good. I love it when she pulls the gun on that jerk, the big buff jerk, and she's just kind of like, you know, she's not gonna take crap. She's not gonna just stand by and kind of be like, oh, she's gonna be like, nope, I'm gonna say what I have feels about what I'm feeling. So I like that. But I kind of like that he didn't need a love interest to, you know, get through this film. And plus, I still bet he's hurting over Peggy. I'm still hurting over Peggy. I'm so much. I can't even say how much I feel about this film. But it's definitely affected me, I think, more so than I usually feel. I love the Avengers, but it didn't even affect me as much as this movie affected me. And that's saying something. I don't usually get this. I mean, I get affected by films, but it's not always. Frankly, it's not films like these. And the fact that this film had such an effect on me, that's saying something, I think. It's just there was love put into this, and I like that a lot. And I look forward to Captain America 3 because I will bet money that that is going to happen. I mean, just they leave all these suggestions and big hints, so I eagerly await. And yeah, so I guess that's all I have to say. And I have a lot of feels about this. I don't know what else to say. I know this might seem kind of weird, but I'm still kind of thinking over it, and I'm probably going to be thinking over this for days. So I'm going to call it quits here and go contemplate this some more. I hope you enjoyed this ranty / what I thought of it thing. We'll probably just stick with ranty. And thank you for watching, and I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you, but I did leave a warning. Okay, well, I'm gonna go, so I will see you all later. Bye.